fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight it's the RGR Racing League and their ACS Truck Series here live at Martinsville for the ACS Martinsville 200. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron LeBon.
Last time we were here, this series had what we would call a challenging night. What do you expect?
Well, it's always challenging here, right? It's a matter of getting off to a good start. If you can get clean through about 10 or 15 laps, you might go green. If you can't, you might be in for a long friggin' night.
Well, we're hoping that these guys with championship implications don't get hemmed up in any of the messes that have the potential of showing up tonight. Championship standings here doesn't get any closer than this, does it?
Well, it was even closer, right? Sheffield, with that unfortunate problem last week, dropped him. Newton recovered from, I think, I don't truly remember, but I think he had a top 3 last week, so that propelled him back up to where he was before he had his problem. The moral of the story, Baron, is avoid problems.
Literally, avoid the problems, clean racing. You got a shot at this thing. So tonight, we're looking to see what Adam can do. Sheffield, can he reclaim his crown? We saw Darren Bruce last week absolutely dominate. Is this his type of track?
Yeah, I don't think it is. I mean, it may be. It seems like every track is his type of track right now. I mean, I don't know who this favors. I think Newton's been very good on short tracks. He's going to be dangerous, but there'll be plenty of others out here tonight.
Looking forward to it tonight, Dean. Keep an eye out for Jason Spear tonight. He's my dark horse pick for this evening.
All right, Jason Spear on tap here this evening. Let me reach into the field and see what I can come up with here. How about like a Jason Jackson here tonight?
Not a bad pick. Jason's been knocking on top 5s and 10s all season long. Dean, we didn't have to take some low-hanging fruit there, did we?
We did not. All right,
Bryce.
as everybody almost finished up warming up here, let's turn our attention to the singing of the national anthem by the beautiful Alicia Shipman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
She's amazing, Dean, and I just love it every night. Can't get any more ready than that when we go short track racing in Martinsville.
Absolutely. And here is tonight's starting grid for the ACS Martinsville 200. Lance Ripka on the pole here this evening with a time of 19.226. It's Adam Newton on the outside of row 1. Williams and Sheffield, Jackson and Leal. We're almost ready to go green. We're going to drop this and go racing.
Let's get her done, Dean. Let's kick the pig.
We had one more left there. I was unaware, but we'll kind of roll through and you can find your favorite driver or your dark horse here. All right. The good old paperclip. I love it. Track position so important. Newton and Ripka are going to fight for it going into one.
And we've seen the high line prevail tonight, Dean, so let's see if Newton can clear the 52.
Yeah, he's got to do it right here off the start or fall in line. Green flag down on the way. Lance Ripka leads him down. Newton with a great start on the outside.
Yeah, amazing start. Really got a good jump on that flag. Wasn't able to clear Ripka in 1 and 2. See what 3 and 4 holds.
Yeah, this is going to be a fight now, and this is what these guys did not want to get in, except for the winner of this fight, I guess.
Right, and on cold tires, Adam Newton has a chance here. The high line can work as long as these tires are still heating up. But after a while, that low line is going to be the preferred line, and Adam's got to be careful he doesn't get freight trained by the drivers behind him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to get this done and get it done now, or he could be in trouble. He's looking good up there, but can't quite get clear.
Gets a nice run off that high line, though. He really does. See if he can make the center work for him. Still dead even, so nice racing here.
Great racing, and Sheffield likes watching this, I think. Looks like Ripka content to fall in. He knows
We
he
got a
doesn't
clear
wanna push
driver
that
there.
truck.
Yeah, 2 cleared. Nice job. So Adam Newton to the front. Well done.
Looks like everybody getting sorted out throughout the field, and we're settling in here.
Single file. Nice conga line there.
Adam Newton, the points leader and race leader. Sheffield's in second in points, third in this race, so that's a big thing to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it will be, and as the night progresses, we can expect Sheffield to start making a return to the front. Like you said last week, a little bit of challenge, so he's going to be in it for points and for checkered flags tonight.
And he's looking racy. Down to the inside of Ripka, goes to 36 of Sheffield. He will clear him. Oh, and contact behind him. They're all checking up, but they're all safe. Great driving by everybody there.
Well done. Good hands.
The 51 of Leal gets down to the bottom underneath of Jason Jackson, my dark horse pick.
Yes, it was.
Wow, Jackson drives right around him here. Great job by the 87.
Yeah, he's really got that high line moving. We've seen, Newton do it. Now, what's he got? Jackson on his way to the front.
Yeah, that's 2 passes on the high side. Good looking. Good job by these guys here. Status quo up front. Newton leading. Claus Williams just set the best lap of the race in the 16 in 4th place.
Nice run. Claus had a good night last week. It's been a minute since we've seen him in victory lane. Can he do it tonight?
Well, he can. I mean, there's no doubt he can. This type of track, though, you got to be patient. A lot of this comes down to pit road and actually pit strategy.
That will be a factor, no question about it. This is a tricky pit road. Guys who haven't practiced will find trouble on this pit road. It's a very slow, methodical pace down to your pit stall. Easy to get a flag here, especially if you're in a hurry.
Absolutely. Everybody's single file running it out. Only 11 laps in here. Adam Newton, your race leader. Now you get into this kind of race, you see everybody all strung out, Baron. What's your process? We'll put you in, say, 8th place. What are you thinking?
Well, I am Johnny Patient right now. It's lap 12 of 200. I am just waiting to see what this truck has for me in the long run. In 8th place, we're going to stay in touch. We're going to be talking to our spotter, find out who's doing what, if there's a preferred line out there, where is it, if anybody's made any passes on it. Fuel mileage has to be a concern. Maybe not this early, but as we get down and later into laps, what are we going to look at in terms of a green flag stop if we go that far? So good information from the booth, and good information from behind the wheel.
I'm going to take that as a personal slight there, Baron. You started with talk to my spotter.
Yeah, well,
I spent a lot of time ignoring him.
well, you know, it depends on the relationship you have with your spotter.
This is true. Jacob Musial up the spot, Helms up a couple. They're 10th and 11th right now.
And spots are hard to come by. Track positions, everything here, right? You can spend, you know, many laps behind a guy knowing you're faster, but can you make your way around without beating those bumper off?
It is incredibly difficult to do. Sheffield closing back in a bit. And this is kind of what Sheffield does. Newton, though, as I said, he is so good at short tracks now.
Nice rhythm track, and I think that benefits an Adam Newton. You know, we can get into a nice, easy rhythm and, you know, make him chase.
You know, we also talk about how two corners are never the same. They're about as close as you can get here at Martinsville, but still not identical corners, are they?
Not at all. And, you know, 1 and 2 feels like it's got a little more banking than 3 and 4 to me, but, you know, you'll see guys swear the opposite. So it just depends on, you know, how you have your hands tonight and what that they call that butt driving tells you about how the car's feeling.
And it's interesting. You see how long Sheffield is holding that wheel straight. That's keeping it straight under braking, Baron.
Yeah, just a nice easy bend in at apex and back out. Eventually they're going to be counter steering as they come out of these turns as these tires wear out. And you'll see a Sheffield really counter steer coming out when you hit the gas. A little bit flick to the right just to make sure the rear tires get set.
What is the benefit of keeping that wheel straight under braking?
Well, a couple things, right? When you're in a short track situation, the front tires do all the work at this point. You're braking, you're turning, and so the more you have steering input, the more you're grading the tire wear. So you're doing that twice a lap inside of an 18, 19 second lap. It doesn't take long for those front tires to start to give up a little bit. You eventually start putting more wheel in it. The back end starts wanting to come around. They got a
Kinda
tight
like
loose
that.
situation.
Whiting
Bingo.
is around. No caution on the track. He gets it going. Wow.
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about, right? Is that tight loose condition, and Whiting just too much of a right foot, and into the wall he goes.
It's so easy to do. You know, guys make it look easy out here not doing it, but I'm telling you, if you're a rookie, head out on the track and tell me how many laps in a row you can make.
It's tough. It's one of the tougher tracks on the circuit to master, and it's a lot of fun, but you really have to be aware of what's going on around you.
Ripka, who fell back to third, he's patient tonight. He's just riding, and we know he won the Sunday race. He's officially back now.
He's in the pocket here, Dean. You like talking about the pocket. Yeah, got a little gap behind him between he and Jason Jackson, a little gap in front of him between Sheffield. He's just logging laps right now at lap 25.
Especially at a track like this, Baron. It's so beneficial to just run your line, be calm, save that machine, because you're going to run, 100 laps maybe on one set of tires.
And we're just about getting into a cycle where these tires start to heat up. So we saw Whiting, or not Whiting, but Whitfield hit the wall there. This is going to happen to other drivers as we continue on through the field, and watch for them. They'll start getting loose coming out of these turns.
Looking on George Leal and Bryce Reiner. Reiner's always been a big mover. Does he start to get aggressive here?
Had a good night the last time we saw him out here a couple weeks ago. Looked really good. He could be a contender before this is over.
Absolutely could. Behind him, Doc Ock there, Michael Ottoviani in the 77 machine. Brian Helm, our big mover on the night. A couple of them. Brian Helm in the number 46, up 4 spots into 9th. And you got TJ Bartell in 12th. He's picked up 4.
Nice run by TJ, 4 spots up. We love it.
Toad Man right there in front of Jason Martin. Jason Spear, he's just comfortably in 15th, right where he started.
Looks like Bernard Person did not take the start tonight. Unfortunate for Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie, a little down on energy, not feeling that great these days, so he take the night off.
I hope he's enjoying the show here on Wind Tunnel TV.
Absolutely. Let's check in on old Wind Tunnel TV. Busy there, Randy McCanny out in the chat. Valerie's in the chat.
Shout out.
Always dangerous when Valerie enters the chat.
Uh-oh. Well,
Nothing but love for you, Valerie.
love having you, though.
No comment on that.
It's in the glass tonight, Dean.
Well, we got a little bit of rum here tonight.
What flavor?
Rum flavor.
Yeah. No, I mean, spiced rum, or
No.
sweet rum. Yeah, no. All right.
No, just garden mill, run-of-the-mill gin. I mean, rum, sorry.
And will you be mixing that with anything tonight, Dean?
There's a dash of Coke there.
Rum and Coke, classic. Put a little lime in there. It's a Cuba Libre.
Well, I didn't know a little bit of lime or lemon had that kind of power.
It's lime, and yes, it does. It changes the entire makeup of your cocktail. Not that I ever knew.
What is it, science? What's going on in here?
It's actually, a Mexican drink then called a Cuba Libre with a lime. So who knew?
I think there was a movie called that.
There might have been. Chupacabra. It was a horror movie. Maybe that's what we're talking about here.
As we go off the rails, they don't. They're staying on the track here, green and clean. 36 laps of 200. Adam Newton, your leader. Sheffield second. Ripka into third. You got Jason Jackson's moved up to fourth now in front of Claus Williams. Leal, Reiner, Ottoviani, Helm, all battling. Leal falling to Reiner here. I think he just gave that one up, Baron.
Yeah, he might have just, because it's so early in the event. Doesn't really fuss with anybody just yet, but we got plenty of time to do that, don't we?
Well, that's the thing, right? You got to think big picture here. There's a lot of racing left.
Yeah, there certainly is, and Rainer's on the move here. I like what I'm seeing. So, let's go ahead and let him on by and see if we can't recover and get back to him.
Yeah, absolutely. The only problem is, Brent, it's so important track position. You let someone by, they probably won't let you back by after.
It's a really hard event to do that, Dean. These one lane, small, flat tracks, they're really hard to pass. And if you give up a spot, you don't want to give it back.
See Paul K. Jason Martin. That was Jason Martin actually getting loose there on the exit last corner. And I mean, it's so easy to do. What is the problem? Why are you getting loose? Just too much throttle, Baron?
Sometimes too much throttle. The front tires are giving up, so it makes the rear tires a little loosey-goosey because you're putting so much wheel into getting it to turn. So it could be a combination of things. Guys who manage that are the ones that are, really moving forward.
Looking in on Fred Lester, back in 15th position right now. Well, we managed to broke the headset again today, Baron. That's more duct tape added to it.
What'd you do?
Took it off my head.
Oh.
the sides snap on these things all the time. They're made out of plastic, much like everything else made to break.
And now you have to get a new one.
Yeah, just get more duct tape.
More tape. Yep. Duck it and
Tuck it?
no. Yeah. Well, okay.
I don't know, Barry.
Duck it and F it.
Ah! Got to point everybody out to the Red Green show. You want to learn about duct tape. Little Canadian show.
Okay. Adam and Sheffield here, right? These two guys not getting rid of each other, are they?
No, this is heating up. I mean, 45 laps in, you know, it's kind of quiet. Everybody's single file, but the race is intriguing here. These two cars very evenly matched. I don't see anybody losing anybody on the track. This could be won or lost on pit road. These are your top two in points as well.
That's right. And a lot of championship battles going on across the track, but these two right here, trying to sort it out, see who's going to be number one at the end of the season.
Yeah, huge race for these guys, in particular Sheffield. He's got to get in front of Newton at some point and hope Newton fails a little bit.
Right, so in the recent weeks, they both had trouble, Dean, and we discussed this at the beginning of the broadcast. You know, with, like you said, only 3 races left. We can't afford another bad week, can we?
No, absolutely not. The late season mistakes, which we've already had one from each, the next mistake is going to give the championship to the next guy.
Big picture racing tonight at Martinsville, and you never thought you'd see that twice in a row, right? But with only 3 to go, you know, every point, every lap matters.
Caution on the track. Eric Whiting around for the second time that we've seen. He jumps to the garage. Let's get a look at the replay. All alone here. All seems well. Come in under braking, and she's gone over correction. Wow.
Ooh,
a violent hit.
That was. That might end his night right there. We hope not. We hope he can get it going back. Hope he's competitive.
Here we go. The boys are coming in. The whole field expected on pit road.
Yep, feeding time. Here we go.
So they all do come in here. Newton will head down. Now, I don't think he has the first stall. I think Ripka does, so we'll see if that's a big advantage for him. Here comes
Gets off
Sheffield.
first here.
Newton's out, so status quo up front. Jason Jackson fourth, Williams, Reiner, Leal, Otto Viani, Helm, and Bartel, your top 10. Bartel's now up 6 spots.
Big mover tonight. TJ having a great evening. Good to see. Shout out to the old timers, right?
Absolutely. Get that Eagle 1 machine looking sharp. So everybody doing well up here right now. Track is tough though. When you bunch them back up after you put 50 laps in, Baron, the incident rate increases.
Well, we got fresh tires now. Let's see if guys can manage that single file again on the restart. Cautions do breed cautions. So we're hoping that we don't get that, do we?
Yeah, absolutely. I think these guys have got the stuff to go green from here, but you never know.
And everybody's on the same tire strategy, so we're not going to have to worry about anybody kind of coming and going too quickly here. So should be a fairly good ride off the green flag here. We'll see how it goes. You know, like I'm optimistic. That's a big word.
All right, optimism. I like it, Baron.
Yeah, fresh perspective. I like that you know. Broadcasting to you from the great city of Akron, Ohio, the Rubber City. Dean, you know why they call it the Rubber City?
Condoms?
It is the headquarters for Firestone and Goodyear tire manufacturers.
Well, you learn something new every night.
I'm a book of worthless knowledge.
Ripka and Newton. Actually, Newton and Ripka. Newton chose the high side here. I like it.
That worked for him the last time. Why not again?
Yeah, and starting from the front, too. Green flag down and away. Great start. And you can see a little wiggle from Ripka. Ooh, it's close there. Williams almost into his rear end, and he almost got into Reiner on the high side.
So Brandon Sheffield back in 13th or 15th position. What has happened to Brandon?
What has happened to Brandon? My goodness, we talked about mistakes. Something went wrong with Brandon Sheffield.
And now he's in it, isn't he? He's in the mix.
Oh my goodness, has he ever hurt himself? I wonder what happened to Brandon Sheffield. Up front, Newton walking away. Ripka's filed into second with Reiner behind him. Williams, Leal, Ottoviani in the top 6. Your man has moved into the top 10. Jason Spear, he's up 5 spots. Behind him, Paul Kay up 6. Newton just laid down the fastest lap of the race.
Adam Newton came to play tonight, didn't he, folks?
Great shot of this great racetrack. Looks like Sheffield looking for a little room to make a pass. Musial's going to move over. So Jackson's back there too. So Jackson and Sheffield, something went wrong with those two. Could have been they missed the pit stop and did it on the second lap.
Well, they're running and they're all in one piece. That's a good step in the right direction. We'll see what they can do and how do they advance their track position. They got a little work to do today.
My goodness, do they ever. Usually I'd say they're not in trouble yet with all the cautions at Martinsville, but not in this league. Let's hop on board with Brandon Sheffield here, see what we can figure out. It looks dangerous back here, Baron.
It's a hornet's nest, Dean, and on a short track like this, it can really, really reach out and bite you when you least expect it.
And there it is. Oh, they're all going to survive. Hell, I'm out of sorts. No caution on the track. Sheffield scoots around a couple of cars, almost into the rear end of Spear.
Taking big advantage of somebody else's issue, and that vaults Brandon Sheffield up 4 spots from where he started, so it's a good opportunity for him right now.
Yeah, he really capitalized there. Great job by Brandon Sheffield.
Knocking on that back door, Jason Spear, my little dark horse pick tonight. Looks like he's got his nose out there. Jason might just go on and let him by here.
Both guys showing a little patience here. Good little battle here for 8th position. Back up front, Adam Newton, your race leader. Right there, Ripka, Reiner, and Williams.
Newton out front, really just kind of on cruise control here, isn't he?
Well, he is. Like, once you get the lead like this is what you can do. You don't have to worry about trying to run away. Just run your race, protect your line. You might have the best tires out of everybody in this thing.
Yeah, I think that's his plan right now. I think he knows that, you know, these guys might be gunning for him tonight. He's championship racing at this point. Why not, right? Play it safe and see where we're at the end.
Oh, the Toad Man. Contact with Brian Helm a little bit there. Helm scoots in, drives in deep and up the track in front of him. Wow. Ledford leading this group with Spear, Sheffield, and Travis.
So Ledford there having a nice night, but you know, is he holding these guys up here, Dean?
I think he is. I mean, he's not doing nothing wrong, but I think these guys may be a little quicker here.
So Spear under a little pressure to try to get around him.
The problem is you're faster in the center of the corner. There's nothing you can do with that. You got to get off the corner. So difficult here to get a run.
Yeah, it truly is, and you know, we know Jason's going to be patient with him, but how patient will Sheffield?
Sheffield can't wreck, but he also in ninth is going to lose more points. He knows he's got to make a move.
Timing is going to be everything on this pass for him, Dean, and he knows that he's got to get through Jason. He's got to get through Ledford. You know, how do we do it without wrecking these guys? That's what makes these guys some great drivers, Dean.
We hop on board with Paul K. Travis right behind Sheffield here. Wow, you can see it there, Baron.
Yep,
Loose
big
off the
gap.
corner.
Yep, big gap, very loose.
Paul K struggles a little bit with the handling in that machine. These other three walk away a little bit. Sheffield now looking to kind of arc it in there to get a run off the corner. Nothing happening.
Looking for a whole low-high positioning here, and that didn't work either. He couldn't get it turned in the center.
Now Spear underneath Ledford, nothing doing there.
Just a little bit of notice, let him know he's there. A little bit again there, just to kind of let him know, like, hey, I'm here.
Now, what do you do after you've sent a couple of notifications there, Baron?
Well, right now he's just sending emails. In a couple of laps, he may start knocking on the door.
It's sending in a virus?
We got to move here. Ledford might just have missed that turn, providing Jason. He can't get it done.
Sheffield thought about trying to go high. He rubs the wall. Spear's a little loose. You just see the
like they're both
differences
getting
here.
loose.
Yeah, they're both driving a little different here, but it's causing their trucks to have problems.
Yeah, so, you know, what we're talking about is Sheffield's right underneath the back bumper of that 83 Spear machine right now. And Spear's probably feeling a little bit of a loose condition for it. But his goal right here is get back to the 48 and try to make a pass. How do you do it, Dean?
I mean, I just don't know at this point. I mean, for me, I used to like to get right on their bumper and make them extend their entry a little further than they like. You know, you can brake at your same point, but they don't know you're going to do that, so they feel they got to drive a little deeper. It throws them off. They make a mistake. You make your move.
Look here on Sheffield. Went high, went to go low again. Couldn't get the car turned in the center.
You can almost feel the frustration coming from these guys. I mean, the 36 here, he's got to go, nowhere to go. Up front, Newton, he's got about 10 car lengths to Ripka. Reiner in third, Williams in fourth. Leal all alone in fifth. This will bode well for him. He can be patient, along with Michael Ottoviani in sixth. Then we go back. It's back to this battle again. You can see Paul K getting loose behind these guys.
And what a battle it is, you know, the nuances of what these drivers are doing right now in the center, in the entry, in the exit of these turns, one after another. And they're just doing everything they can. Jason trying to creep back up to the 48. Can he make a pass?
I mean, hey, let's give it to Ledford, right? Ledford's looked good here tonight.
Yeah, not bad at all. What we thought was whole holding up situation is not. Here comes Jason Spear.
Spear inching back in on him here.
Looks like Ledford's searching for grip here. It looks like he had moved up a groove there. Back to the bottom here, and but now he's really pinching it down on exit. That's not good for the long haul.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. It looks like he's coming out of the corner a little early. Like, is that on purpose, and what's that going to do to the truck?
Well, eventually he's going to get loose. Eventually those back tires are going to come out from underneath him doing that. So we need to keep an eye on that. Wasn't so bad that time.
Oh, and Sheffield almost losing it way up the track. He's going to lose a spot perhaps to Paul K. Travis. So Sheffield's truck not handling well at this point.
Yeah, he had a little D-Dido there, and then good save, but lost a spot.
So he's in even more trouble. And again, in front of him, Paul K's loose. He had to check up. Cars are wiggling all over the place. Sheffield in a world of trouble. While all that was going on, Spear got ahead of Ledford.
Yep.
And he's coming out weird angles off the corner.
So the truck's going away now.
Oh, they're gone away now. Another battle for second. Ripka and Reiner. Reiner takes to the outside, trying to pass on the high lane.
Yes, we talked about Reiner before. Man, what a run he's had. When we talked about him getting to the front, it looks like he's going to do it any which way and on the top now.
I mean, I love it. He made the top work here. Maybe that's the place to go here tonight. You can see the gap continuing to open up just a little bit.
Yep, so Reiner going to set sail here. Oop, a little bit of loose. All right, they're all starting to dance around a little bit.
Yeah, these
so we saw that caution at lap 50, right? The first time around. We go another 50 laps. Here comes these trucks starting to get loose again.
Yeah, they look angry. And there you go. You called it, Baron. My goodness, Brandon Sheffield in the wall. Big trouble for the 36.
Yeah, we saw it kind of play itself out here. Let's see what's going on with Brandon this time.
So here he is behind Ledford. Drives in a little too much and bam, under braking. We've seen this 100 times at this track. That's so easy to do, Baron.
Well, he didn't hit anything, Dean, so he's going to live to race another day, but we are going to do this on hard mode now. With half the event over, he's got to come from the back to the front.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for sure. Everybody on pit road. Lap 93 of 200 here in the ACS Martinsville 200. Newton first off. Ripka trying to fight with Reiner for a second, but it'll be Reiner.
Big stack up on pit exit.
It's so tight there on pit exit. The lines are not aligned. The cones are not aligned. There's Sheffield. He comes out in 15th place. Your race leader, Adam Newton. Well, Baron, we're approaching halfway.
We are, Dean.
What do you think here? Reiner's now in position to attack. Do you think he does that?
For sure. For shizzle, most definitely, yes. How many more affirmatives can I give you?
Well, Snoop Dogg, let me ask you another question.
Puff, puff, pass with a Kailua glass.
There you go. Let's check in on our Kailua glass machine. Mr. Todd the Toadman Gilly sitting back in 10th place here tonight.
I'll be collecting my royalties for that that little jingle. Maybe a free deck from ACS Construction Solutions, huh?
All of a sudden I look at you like that guy, Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men. Is that you, Baron?
I'm a jingle writer.
Get your little piano there and a bunch of women lined up outside the door.
It's a side hustle. Affordable Construction Solutions. I love it. I'll just go ahead and get them, you know, with the royalties I earn from Kailua Glass. Come build my deck finally.
Newton and Reiner, Ripka and Leal, Williams and Ottoviani. Lap 96 at 200, ready to go green flag racing one more time. Adam Newton holding them down here, and he's down and away. Ripka with a good start. Reiner is shaking and baking, and they're wrecking back here. Big wreck. Gilly's involved. So is Bartel and Helm.
Looks like they went across the notice. Sheffield. Sheffield's having a night, boy. Just spin the tires here.
Yeah, it's got to be a little spinning of the cold tires. Big checkup on the inside. Whoa, and TJ goes around. Looks like that checkup perhaps mixed with a shift, and that car goes around. Wow.
Yep, easy to do. Well, you know, you're expected to go full gas, right? You're expected to go full throttle. You want to stay in touch with the car in front of you so you don't lose a spot or two, right? You've got the inside line, so you don't want that to happen, right? If you lose that, you can get freight trained. Then the guy in front of you checks up, and you got nothing or nowhere to go, and the truck sends you for a ride. It's a tough place.
Definitely is tough. Several guys involved. Bartel, Helm, Lester, and the Toad Man all getting damage.
Hate it for Bartel. Was having a really solid night there.
Some guys coming on to pit road here. Ledford, Sheffield, Lester, Helm, Gilly, all in. Not sure. I mean, it was only a few laps ago that people came in, so this could be just repair work, Baron?
Probably. Maybe fuel. We're halfway through. Make sure they can make it. Little top-off situation.
Some of our big movers, Spear and Travis, up 8 and 9 spots. They're in 7th and 8th. You know, Newton's right in the rear end there of the pace truck. I don't think that's quite right there, Baron. Sniffing someone's rear end like that?
It's just getting an autograph. That's all it is. You know,
I mean, he is a bulldog.
That's right. Just getting the autograph. How you doing? How's your mother? Good to see you. Holla at your sister.
So what did the guys up front learn, if anything?
I'll tell you what, if I'm Lance Repka right now, I learned stay in touch with the 2 machine or he's going to walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. Pace truck off. ready to go back to green flag racing. Newton again on the outside, this time Ripka down low.
I really like this move because that's going to pin Reiner back.
Oh!
Behind. Whoa, and Lance is loose.
Ripka was slow to get going. Reiner all over him. Almost carnage. Great job by everybody of not wrecking there. Big checkup back here. Very dangerous driving going on back here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Helm diving down to the bottom. Sheffield up high trying to make some moves.
I feel a little desperation behind the wheel of that Sheffield machine in that 36. Look, he's a high side pass. He's got nowhere to go, Dean, though, right? He wants to pass, but a little block there by 38. Where could he go?
It's tough up there. You see there, he gets into the wall a little bit. Helm on the bottom, trying to hold him off. Sheffield rolling hard. Nowhere to go, just like he said.
Yeah, gave him a little shoulder nudge right there. Just give him a little room. No harm, no foul, just getting him off.
While all this goes on, Claus Williams took over second, so Claus in the 16 looking good here tonight.
Yeah, Claus really having a nice night tonight. We talked about him earlier at the broadcast. It's a big undertaking here at Martinsville. Can Claus make this a winning event?
Yeah, and he certainly can, right? He's showing the speed. Does he have the long run speed is the question. Reiner putting the heat on Lance Ripka right now. It's a battle for third. Otto Viani right in there. Oh, and we're hearing some screeching, and it's looks like Jason Martin up in the wall. Get a look at it here. Powers off the corner just fine. Down into one, and wow, she just goes away under braking again.
Yep. Whoops. Time to put a little more front brake in that one.
So does anybody come in and pit here? Lap 109 of 200. Spear
might be a little bit early. Here comes Spear. Yeah.
Lester.
Nothing to lose back here, right?
Not much. No, I mean they're at the back of the the lead lap here. Why not, right?
Ever been to Akron before, Dean?
I don't think so. Unless there's an amusement park there, I'm going to say no.
That's likely Cedar Point, but
yeah.
Never been to the Rubber City?
The Rubber City, I have not.
Well, you don't know what you're missing. I went to the one and only pickleball location in Northeast Ohio last night, in Akron.
Well, how was that? Did you get out there and show them how it's done?
I did. I brought a little Indianapolis to Akron.
A traveling man, Mr. Baron Labosco.
Be talking to you from St. Louis, Missouri next Thursday.
I just want your points. That's all I want.
Can't have them. I just booked a ski trip to Colorado. I'm staying at a 5-star for 5 days. I am in love with my points.
I bet you are.
That would be a $600 a night hotel otherwise.
Adam Newton, your race leader. Williams in second. Ripka third. You got Reiner and Otto Viani in the top 5. Leal, Travis, who's up 10 spots now. Jackson, Sheffield, and Ledford in the top 10. Lap 113 of 200. If Newton can hang on here with Sheffield struggling, this could be a huge night for the two.
Yeah, cautions are going to help him too. Harder as we start getting into the caution fest that normally is the later laps on these events. And we hope they don't, but it's really, really hard to make up spots if you're back in the field.
Peace truck off. Here we go. Newton and Williams. This time Newton takes the bottom.
Green flag, green flag.
Great start by Newton that time.
I think Newton's trying to keep as many trucks between he and Rayner as possible.
Yeah, a smart move probably. Reiner looks fast tonight. Reiner up on the high side there through the corner looking for some momentum. Leo making an appearance up here, fighting with Ripka.
I haven't talked much about George. Having a good night tonight.
Looks like the Toad Man had a little incident. He falls back a little bit. So Leal does complete that pass, put George Leal up to 4th position.
Nice run so far tonight. Really enjoyed. Ottaviani having a nice night too. Let's take a look at my dark horse here. Where's Jason out here tonight? Jason having a... Jason Spear? Where are you, buddy? There he is, 10th place.
Yeah,
All right, Jason, up 5. Yep.
I mean, good solid run. He's up 5 spots so far.
Yeah, having a great run. Trying to stay in touch with Brandon right now. Let's see if Brandon can plow the road for him to go through with him.
Yeah, Sheffield's interesting. He probably got tires there, but as you can see, track position overrides tires every time here at Martinsville.
It truly does. It's so hard to pass here. And as the laps tick down, it does not play well for the 36 machine.
Back up front, Newton opening up just a little bit. Williams and Reiner right there. Leal in 4th, Ripka 5th, Jason Jackson 6th, and then Otto Viani leading this group here, being pressured by Paul K. Travis. Paul K, he's done a nice job of hanging on. It looks like his car was, loose most of the run, but he's still sitting here in 8th place.
Yeah, not to be outdone, Paul K had a great night tonight with fast hands. Woof! Speaking of fast hand. Sheffield power move on the inside.
I don't know how much that was move and how much that was let go, but that looked like it was all move. My goodness, Sheffield's on the move. Now underneath Otto Viani and straight around him.
2 quick spots right there from Sheffield, really charging forward right now.
Out front, Newton trying to hold off Williams and Reiner. Good little race brewing, lap 125 of 200. Adam Newton, your race leader.
Reiner really working over Claus Williams right now for that 2nd position.
We jump on board with Bryce Reiner.
A lot of pressure.
You see there, he's doing a little diamond here, Baron. Of course, he doesn't do it that time, but
Making a liar out of us, right?
absolutely. Great job by these top three. Ripka coming under heat from Jason Jackson. Almost got a little bump there. Jackson had to check up. Right behind him, Sheffield.
And that was that proverbial knock on the door we talked about earlier.
Yeah, Sheffield, big run on Jackson. He'll peek down to the inside. Oh, pushing up the track a little bit.
Washed up, lost the nose.
No contact, but man, Jackson trying to hold him off.
Lost that nose just a little bit.
Much better corner there for Sheffield as he looks to take over sixth position.
If you're Jason Jackson right now, you're like, man, you can pass me, just don't bump me.
So Sheffield gets clear. He'll set his sights up on Ripka and Leal now. Newton still leading. Williams and Reiner here.
Now, if you're Ripka and Leal, you just heard that Sheffield gotten around and he's coming for you now. So, what do you do here, Dean?
Yeah, I mean, if you're Maripka,
Yeah, you're now got a mirror full of Brandon Sheffield. What's the plan?
I mean, for me personally, I let him go, but I make sure I got room to slip in right behind him. Right, I'm not getting freight trained here.
It looks like the high side pass is going to be the way he's going to try to do it. George Leal hoping to get some distance between this battle.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he should do here. I mean, these guys are battling so hard. Take advantage, get the gap before Sheffield, who will clear here eventually. He's just got fresher tires, and he wants it more. I mean, he's got to go.
And he is clear. So move Brandon Sheffield up into the 5th spot here. 36 is on the move, Dean. You know, you talk to your spotter there at the 2 machine. What are you telling him? Go like hell.
Sorry, pouring another drink there, Baron. But yeah, I mean, if I'm working with Newton, I'm telling him, look, he's coming. Let's stay on it here. Stay focused. Do everything what you're doing. Don't change anything. You know, just be prepared that he is coming.
I applaud that effort too with the drink. I love it. Is it straight rum and coke, or did you Cubra Libre that thing?
Yeah, no ability for the Cubra Libre right now.
No limes. All right, no limes in the house. I see.
Reiner looking down to the inside, and now that's just a peek. That's a like, hey, I'd like to go down here if you don't mind. What do you do? Let's put it to you, Baron. If you're Claus Williams, Reiner might be a little quicker at this point. I mean, do you fight for it? The track position's so important, or do you give it up knowing there's nobody behind him?
So I'm not giving up the bottom, and if he can make a pass, get a nose in there, I'm gonna work him. But I'm not going to overwork him. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I mean that's kind of my motto here too. I'm going to work him over here on the back end, but I'm not going to put myself or him in any real danger.
Right. So I'm protecting the bottom. I'm going to make sure you got to pass me. I'm going to make you make a pass. If you get there, we're going to fight for it, but I'm not going to overwork you while we're doing it.
So good battle there. There's Leal in 4th. Sheffield, who's cleared everyone, and you can see he's already moved, 10 car lengths or 5 car lengths ahead of Ripka.
And now up in the distance, Adam Newton's starting to put cars a lap down. That's really, really bad for Brandon Sheffield.
You mean that he has the lead? What's the laps down?
No, I mean, the more cars he puts between himself and Sheffield, the more Sheffield has to pass.
Yeah, you're right. Great point there, yeah. I mean, if this stays green, you're going to have to go through every car that Newton goes through. And wow, Williams has closed right up to Newton now. So Williams and Reiner closing in here. Lap 143 of 200. This thing far from over.
So right about lap 50, these trucks start to get a little evil now, Dean. Can they keep it green?
Well, I think they can, but I think you were bang on when you said that. So let's look for that point for someone to get loose, right? Everybody getting all spread out here. We look back at Jason Spear. He's up 5. Paul K right in front of him, up 8. And Fred Lester, who's up 7. How about Fred here tonight?
Nice run by Fred. We love that guy, man. He's got a great truck too tonight. 7th, up 7 spots. I love it. One more spot to be in the top 10, won't he?
Yeah, doing a nice job out here. Helm right there in 12th. There's Musial. He's 13th. Ledford has fallen to 14th. That's tough for him. He's having a great run. The
Yeah, sure was.
Toadman in 15th, and Jason Martin rounding out. And you can see he's about to be lapped by Newton here, Williams and Reiner, and they are under a blanket now.
Yeah, they sure are. And again, you know, if it wasn't for an early incident, Jason Martin would still be on that lead lap, but he really had some trouble.
Yeah, he did for sure. So everybody gets by clean here. We resume our battle. I like what I'm seeing out of Claus Williams here. He is really showing some ability here at Martinsville tonight. You see the gap back to Leal here. I mean, these guys have really separated themselves here tonight, Baron.
Yeah, they sure have. It is a big gap, and it's really, you know, neat to see this too under, you know, long run conditions. I love watching this.
Now, what about Sheffield? He's caught Leal, but has he burned up his stuff getting there?
Well, it would appear he has, right? He caught him, but he can't do anything. We see him loose coming out of the turn now. All these guys are loose, but there's less than 50 laps to go, so a caution here doesn't benefit anybody.
Battle for the lead remains the same. They're close, but they're not really there yet. That's Martinsville for you. 2 car lengths is a big enough lead, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we hope so, right? Doesn't matter how much lead he's got, as long as he's in the lead, right?
Absolutely. 16 and 14 continue to chase. Leal further back. Here comes Sheffield and Ripka. Jason Jackson still in the mix. Otto Viani, he's been right around here all night, right? Floating around that 7th, 8th. I love what the 77's done, but I'm sure he wants to get up towards the front. Paul K's up 8, Spear up 5. Spear looking to make a move on Paul K. Paul K kind of blew the corner there. Advantage 83. He'll take the spot.
Into 9th place. Nice job, Jason.
Back up front. Status quo.
Top 3 right there. Two-car playing possum here tonight, Dean?
I don't think so. I mean, it's not really in his nature. He could be saving a little bit, but I think Newton's just going to run his race lap after lap and see where the chips fall. Williams sent it in hard that time. Kind of ran a center line there.
First of all, send it in hard.
I like this. He's switching up his line a little bit.
Got to find that grip somewhere.
And yeah, the way it works now, you know, the track will change. So you got to search around a little bit.
There's really only one other line. Let's see if one of them takes the high line and tries to make it work.
Brian Helm just retired. He pulled in and called it a night. We're on board with Bryce Reiner, third position right now.
There's that little twitch to the right I was talking about. Coming out of each turn now, there's going to be a little blip to the right with the steering wheel. We'll see it. Right. No, he didn't do it that time.
Twitchy on the way in, twitchy on the way out. My goodness.
Yep. Probably going to get it done here. You see that wheel's real loose. Now these guys both running different lines. Looks like Rayner's doing whatever he can to keep his air clean on the front of the car. Sheffield just can't do anything with Leal right now, Dean. You're right. I think he worked it up, and I think he used it up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see there he's loose off.
Not good for a passing situation.
Spear has moved up to the back of Michael Ottoviani here. Battle for 7th place.
Spear having some long run speed tonight. Good for him.
Yeah, 83's been steady all night. In 9th, up 6 spots. Paul Kay right behind him, 7 spots up, and Fred Lester up 7. Those are our big movers on the night. Reiner, the other one, he's in 3rd. He's picked up 5 spots.
Laps are ticking down here, Dean. 35 to go.
They do. I mean, 20 laps is a blink of an eye. 35 laps remaining. Adam Newton leading.
Claus isn't letting him go.
No, these guys are doing a great job staying right in touch with him. Little ebbs and flows here. Newton opens up 2 truck lengths and then they close back up. Great battle. Wow. The 16 loose. Reiner looks to capitalize. Down to the bottom he goes. He's loose on entry, but handles it.
Williams really got a fight on his hands now. He's loose off. At least he's on the high side. It's going to help him a little bit. Can Rayner capitalize?
I don't know. Williams fighting back on that high side. Great run by the 16. Might have been a little contact on exit.
So Rayner right now is in the worst position. Oh, he gives a little rub up to... Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not sure there was actual contact. Pretty close, though. The 14 moves into 2nd. Can he do anything with Newton? He's got 30 laps to get it done.
All right. I don't know if he touched him or not.
I didn't see it, Baron, so I don't know.
It's possible Williams just blew the turn.
Battle back. Jason Jackson underneath a Ripka. The 87 finding his legs here. Ripka lets him go or is passed. He slips back into 7th, put Jackson up to 6th.
Jason Jackson having a really solid night, Dean. Your dark horse doing you well this evening.
Absolutely. The dark horse is doing great. He's down one spot from where he started, but I think that was kind of calculated or through pit stops. He's been solid all night. Up front, Newton extending a little bit here on Reiner and Williams.
Yeah, a couple of car lengths gap, which is nice and comfortable. Claus William has not given up that position yet. He is still all over the back bump as he hits the wall. That's going to give a little gap. Yeah. Booth jinx in effect right there.
Right away.
He climbed right back into it. He got right back to him.
Yeah, I think it's just a truck. I don't think it's a particular driver or anything else. This is what you got to deal with here tonight.
Yeah, Williams got right back there to Reiner. So, I mean, even though he touched the wall there, it doesn't seem to hurt him.
Driving in a little harder, which, you know, it's going to kind of burn up that right front, which may even help the car, Baron.
Well, at this point, he's just searching for anything that can help him, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's searching for a way to get back up there. He wants that spot back.
Well, that pay window just opened, Dean. We're at 24 laps to go right now. These guys have closed back up to the 2 machine of Adam Newton, who has had a nice, comfortable run all night. But it's about to get a little more hectic for him.
Yeah, it certainly is. 23 laps remaining in the ACS Martinsville 200.
The yellow flag is out.
And we got Paul K. Travis down. I'm not sure what happened there. Could be a single car event. Let's get a look at it.
Uh-oh.
Paul K. down into the corner. Middle looks fine. Comes off. Oh, and there she goes.
Slow put. Well, I don't know what I just said, but it sounded awful.
Slow something happened to him.
I don't know how it happened, but it did.
So everybody on pit road now. This is huge, Baron. This is where the money's made.
Yeah, everybody's on pit road now, so they're on same tires. If you can manage your pit stop, get off and clean, 21 laps will sort it out for you.
All right, everybody pulls it. Oh, and Sheffield maneuvering around. He missed his stall. Another mistake by the 36.
Not going to help him in the point standing there.
Somehow he got down and away pretty quick there, though.
Adam Newton loses the spot off of pit road. Rainer's out in front, Dean.
My goodness, the 14. I was concentrating on the 36. Bryce Reiner has taken the lead. Wow.
Huge pit stop for that 14 machine. Huge pit stop.
It is so huge for the race win. That's a race winning move. Championship style. You got Sheffield behind Newton now. Things are heating up with 20 to go.
The battle is on. They got a Whopper on the screen. Boy, am I hungry.
Whopper? My goodness.
Full-on Whopper with cheese. Oh my goodness, so good.
I want one, Baron.
Yeah, me too. But I want a supermodel also, so I can't have the Whopper.
Can you have the supermodel?
Without the Whopper, yeah. And depending on how much I drink, I can make just about any 6 or 7 into a supermodel. You know what I'm saying? Put the drink down, Dean.
Drinking does have its benefits, Baron.
It does. It absolutely does.
So Brace Reiner, what a move. Unbelievable. We've been preaching pit road all year long, and this race with 20 to go is shaken up on pit road.
It's going to be the winning move, Dean, if he can hold this position. Looks like he wants the outside now. Can Adam Newton make that low line prevail?
Yeah, I like this call a lot by the 14. He leads them down. Reiner and Newton, Sheffield and Williams.
Green, green, green.
Nice launch here.
Oh, great launch. Newton does a good job of holding on. Sheffield's got to do something special. He tries to hook the outside. A great run by the 36.
I love what Newton's doing right now. He's just letting that truck give it what he needs. And, you know, he's staying in touch with that leader. But, you know, he's not overdriving right now. I love seeing that.
Man, these guys are fighting and they're going to wreck. No, they don't. Leal and Jackson were going at it. Contact, but they save it.
Adam Newton's back to the bumper.
Oh, no, and there
Oh,
goes Claus Williams down to the inside.
grab a gear,
No
buddy. Let's
caution
go.
on the track. Wow, Claus Williams. His race has changed dramatically.
Yeah, it has. That's really unfortunate, Dean. I hate it for him.
And we're
Oh, we got
hearing
another
more
one spinning.
tires.
Here goes Ledford.
Ledford around. Probably some contact there. Get a look in on it here. Lester on the top. Ledford down low. Wow. Great
Looks like
job,
two-
everybody avoiding that.
Two guys just trying to get the same piece of real estate there.
Take a look at this in slow motion. Not seeing
It's like the
anything too egregious. He just could not get to the very bottom, gets himself into Lester. And, you know, thankfully he doesn't wreck Lester. Great job, everybody, slowing down and avoiding that.
Hard to do. These accidents happen really fast.
Oh, yeah, Martinsville pileups can be huge. So advantage Reiner. I mean, we know constant restarts on short tracks, the leader has a big advantage.
Yes, they do, Dean. And Reiner's took advantage of it in the last restart.
And now it's Sheffield in third, Newton in second. Wow. Leal and Jackson in the top five. It's Ripka, Spear, Lester, Travis, and Otto Viani in the top 10. Like we always say, Baron, anything can and will happen.
Yes, we do, Dean. And this will not be dissuaded or disproven tonight, I promise.
Well, Sheffield worked hard to get up here. I mean, if he could come up here and beat Newton, he would have overcome 3 or 4 mistakes tonight. George Leal, probably the quietest guy on the track, has slipped into 4th. Anticipation growing. Reiner took the advantage on pit road. Can he capitalize and finish this thing off? He's on the high side one more time. we go. About to go green flag racing. Reiner and Newton, Sheffield and Leal.
Green, green, green.
Green flag down and away. Reiner is spinning them. Wow, door open for Newton. He jumps right in there.
Spun the tires. Here comes Adam Newton.
Newton with 10 to go, trying to take the lead back and get the race win. Behind him, Sheffield battling with Leal. What a race. Reiner trying to hang on. Got a little momentum off that corner. Not enough, though.
Newton's really rolling the center here, Dean. I really like what
no,
he's
it's
doing with the truck.
Sheffield is wrecked into the wall, he goes. We stay green. Sheffield going to the back. Race up front.
Newton got a big run off of that one.
What a shame for Sheffield, but this is the race for the win. Coming down to 6 to go. On the low side is Newton. High side is Reiner.
Great battle here.
Good, hard, clean racing right now.
Side by side through the center of the turn, Dean. That's crazy to think about. Reiner really giving it a shot on that high side.
He's doing an awesome job on that high side. A little further back, Spear does battle for 5th with Ripka. Whoa, and almost contact as Newton rides up the track a little bit.
Yeah, Newton washed up a bit.
What action, advantage to the 2 car. Reiner not giving up though.
Reiner just touches the wall coming out. That truck is really performing well for him on the high side. Maybe got a little too much of the right foot in it, got him a little loose. Not clear yet.
What a race, 4 to go. Newton stays low, Reiner on the high. Jason Jackson ready to pounce from 3rd.
Looking in on this battle, we got one in the wall.
Yellow flag is out.
And he's going to bring out the yellow. Jason Spear hits the wall.
Oh my goodness. Jason, my dark horse. He's in the wall. Damn it.
Looking on the replay here in the center. Everything looks okay. And really slight contact sends him down to the inside wall.
Yep, got a little nudge there, yep.
Barely, I mean.
If the wheel's already pointed to the left when you take that nudge, it's real easy for that truck to go into the wall.
Well, I think we just seen that for sure. What a race up front. Newton capitalizes on Reiner spinning the tires on the restart. And Sheffield again has a problem. And he'll take to pit road here. Been a tough night for the 36, Baron.
Yeah, he's not had the night he had hoped for. There's some incidents, some by his own doing, others by not, but it's been rough digging a hole for himself for this championship hopes.
Yeah, it might be over at this point for him. He needs a miracle here with 3 to go. Well, anything did happen again, Baron.
That it did. Just a little touch, and we've got ourselves a whole new look on this race.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this will be the finish here. 1 green, white checker. It's going to be Newton and Reiner, Jackson and Ripka, Travis, who's up 12 spots, George Leal, Fred Lester, who's up 11, Otto Viani, Musial has moved into the top 10, and the Toad Man, Todd Gilly, back there in 10th.
Three laps to settle it, Dean.
Wow. This is what you get paid for, Baron.
Good racing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to put it all on the line here. It's how important is this win to you?
Clean up these tires, nice and clean. Start scrubbing those tires, get the heat in them. We don't want any tire spin here. That's how you lose a race.
Having flashbacks, Baron.
Yep. And looks like the outside has just learned what he made the mistake doing the last time.
All right. This is going to be interesting. We've seen how easy it is to spin those tires. Pace truck off. Newton stays on the bottom.
Green, green, green.
Green flag drops. Great start by the 2. And again, Reiner not with a great start. He gets nudged from behind. Jason Jackson trying to slip into second. He will. Reiner falls. Newton gets a big, big lead.
Big run here for Newton, 2 to go.
Newton is going to go and get away. He'll take the white flag. It's Jackson and Reiner battling for second.
Clean center for Jackson right now. Reiner's fighting hard on the outside.
He is. Newton down through 3, through 4. Adam Newton, the Bulldog, going to win the ACS Martinsville 200. Reiner comes back and takes second. Jackson third. Ripke fourth. And Travis with a nice 5th place finish here tonight. Wow, a little bit of everything here tonight. Newton losing it on pit road, then getting it back on the track. I mean, Adam Newton, your points leader, he is tough.
That is one way to solidify a championship. Go out there and lead it and win it.
Now let's see the all-important burnout here, Baron. He's taking that down a little ways. I think he's setting us up for a long walk here.
Well, there he goes.
He's got that rear sliding out. He's walking her. He's become an expert at this. Adam Newton, your race winner here this evening with a nice little burnout. Right now, let's take a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews in. Here at Martinsville. Newton's still out there burning them down. I mean, really a great race here tonight, Baron.
Yeah, it sure was. We got great battles up front. We had comers and goers. Adam Newton, though, bringing home the championship, or bringing home the checkered flag on his way to a championship, Dean, with Sheffield having problems tonight.
Man, that might be a little foreshadowing there by Mr. Labosco, say, bringing home the championship. When we look in on those standings, he's opened it up now, right? He's opened up at 27. This is unofficial, but 27-point lead. Claus Williams is tied with Sheffield now, so Williams makes a bit of a move. Let's get into tonight's racing interviews as we bring in Jason Jackson, my dark horse here tonight with a podium finish. Congratulations, Jason, on getting 3rd place here this evening.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the run. I mean, really, Martinsville is a bit about patience, but, passing so difficult. Tell us about your run.
Well, my run wasn't too bad. I made the big mistake at the first pit stop and got an unsafe pit exit and had to go all the way to the back. But when I was running 4th, which kind of was frustrating, but managed to make it back up front here and finish 3rd. It's pretty good.
Now, when we've seen some of these restarts, we've seen a lot of tires spin. How difficult was it here tonight?
Oh, it was real difficult. Really wouldn't spin on the initial throttle up, but when you'd shift into third, boy, that's when you'd spin the tires.
So interesting. And we've seen the car kind of be loose off all night. How much trouble was that, Jason?
For me personally, I was actually tight all night. I couldn't get it to turn as well as some of the other guys, and maybe that's why I had longer run speed than most of the guys.
And did you take to the high side at all, Jason? We've seen a few guys up there, a lane up, and they were getting a little bit of speed out of it.
Yeah, with I can't remember which caution it was. I think it was the second caution or something. I managed to pass 2 trucks on the outside. There was about 3 laps that it was good for.
Well, we watched you a lot of the night, Jason. Thought you were just excellent here this evening. You grabbed third place. Congrats on that. We'll turn over the mic to you, brother. Anybody you want to shout out or thank, please go right ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys, the broadcast, and then the RGR group, and good job to Adam and Bryce on their runs, and then I'd like to thank the people that support me, like Custom Works RC Cars, Ed Kane CPA, Nick Maurice Paints, and the one that you questioned several weeks ago is Futaba. They are a radio controlled supplier. They do the radios for the RC cars, and then just everybody else in the league. It was a really good race.
All right. Baron, that's third place finisher, Jason Jackson.
Yeah, your dark horse pick tonight brought it home to the podium. That's a great finish for the Jackson machine. We're really happy to see him up here, talk to him in Wind Tunnel TV. But I'm sitting here with Bryce Reiner, his first visit to Wind Tunnel TV. Bryce, welcome to second place tonight. Tell us a little bit about your evening.
Thank you. It was a fun, long, and tire-saving race. It really was good from the get-go. I knew I had to pace myself, especially with the guys that were really, really fast during quali and practice that I've noticed. So I kind of just, early on, kind of sat behind George and saw how he was running, how my car was running. And what I needed the most towards the end was those long green flag runs, probably 50, 60 lap runs, because I was super, super good on the long run. Besides a loose car off exit, I was still pretty good, and I can kind of move the truck or car per se, low line, high line, middle line, you name it. So all in all, it was a fun race and great battle with Adam.
We saw about 50 laps. The truck decided to go loose on just about anybody. Were you experiencing the same thing?
Yes, unfortunately, yeah. It just could not grip at all coming off the exit. So I kind of toned down the gas and made sure I was super light on the throttle.
So, second place finish tonight. You're fairly newcomer to the league. Who you got to thank for your efforts, and what do we got in store for next week?
Yeah, thanks to you guys up in the booth. I know you guys do a tremendous job each and every week broadcasting. Dean, you, anyone who comes up in that broadcast booth. 2 P2s on the week. I'll take it. One at Las Vegas and the other one Martinsville. So we'll take that momentum into next week, and I want to thank all the sponsors and everyone that supports me, Martin PC, DSS, you guys for bringing me on to this league. It's a great league. Thanks to everyone who makes it possible, and look forward to next week and great battle with Adam and Jason.
Dean, second place finisher Bryce Reiner in the 14 machine here tonight at Martinsville.
Man, he worked for it. He earned it. He may have wanted more, but that was reserved for the Bulldog, number 2, Adam Newton, back in victory lane. Congratulations, Adam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Righteous. Finally.
Righteous, even. I like it. Adam, late in the race. Of course, we're going to touch on this. First off, how did you get beat off of pit road?
I got to fire every single one of them SOBs. They suck.
He's going to take a look in the mirror and start firing people later this evening. But you got out on the track. You didn't give up, Adam. Tell us a little bit about retaking the lead late.
Well, I mean, after I have to fire all my pit crew because that was the worst stop I had the entire night. 14-1. I just tried not to get mad, just gain my composure. I knew my only shot was to hang with Bryce, and when we had it next to last restart, he got through the corner a little bit better than me, and he started pulling away, and I was like, okay, now if we get another restart, I've got to hang with him. And that's what I did, and I was trying to drive him as clean as possible. I was getting loose, and I just managed to be out front when that caution came.
I mean, you guys were riding so tight there, lap after lap. How were you feeling? Were you concerned that you could wreck out of this thing and hand it over to Jason Jackson?
There was a moment, a thought like that, but if you drive scared, then you won't be glorious and bring home the trophy. So I put it all on the line and to try to stay in front of him. And I mean, Bryce is an excellent driver. Don't can't take that for granted. I mean, he is fast, and so is Brandon. But yeah, we managed to get out front.
You did. I mean, I know you wanted this one, the points championship and the balance. Just how big was this, Adam?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, no X's tonight, max points, max laps led, and you know whatnot. Tonight was the perfect night, and we closed it out in 2 more races. I hope we can do it.
Yes, sir. Off to Iowa next week. Can't wait to see what you do there, Adam. Congrats on another thrilling victory here. We'll turn the mic over to you, buddy. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, just want to say thinking about Susan today. I don't know what all transpired, but still thinking about her, and did that full burnout around all of Martinsville for you. So keep fighting. Thank my Spear teammates tonight. Mama June's, we've had a little rough go of things, but thank her and the LPP race cars and Scotty O for making the beautiful paint scheme, and you and Baron in the booth as always, and Todd and the gang, and hopefully we can complete this deal and finish it off in 2 weeks.
All right, Baron race winner, championship leader, looking to become 2-time the Bulldog, Adam Newton.
Great run tonight by Adam, dominant, and we really like seeing it. Dean, it was a championship type run out of Adam Newton tonight.
Yeah, awesome run. We'll point out a few others who had some good runs. A top 10 for Musial. Lester in 7th, a great run by him. Paul K finishes 5th. So some great jobs. Ledford with 11th. You know, he was up in the top 5 a lot of the night. Some great finishes. I mean, I think they got everything they wanted out of this one.
A little bit of drama, a little bit of pitch strategy, a lot of speed tonight, Dean, and it was a great run.
It really was, and of course, it's great every week. Come out and check us out Thursday, 9-10 p.m. It's the ACS Truck Series here at RGR Racing. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labosco, that's going to wrap it up from the paperclip. We'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel.